Hello. Oh, I have that like Kathy Bates.
I just realized we have no fun video.
We had no fun video. Well, no, we have no fun video because we keep getting these weird messages from Facebook that's like, you're sharing this video with this random Chinese company and this random Russian spy. And for those of you listening at home, yes, this is really Heather. This is just what my voice sounds like after being sick the whole weekend. um, but I also told Amber I had my hair like down on both shoulders. I'm like, I very much look naked. I'm not. I'm wearing a blue tank top. It's like 84 degrees outside here. Meanwhile, Amber is wearing the sweatshirt that she got while we were in Salem, and I'm very jealous because that means it's probably like in the 30s right now.
Oh, it's cold. No, it's like in the 40s, 50s.
Oh no, like half the temperature, but it is here in
Yeah.
Florida. Oh no, how awful. Oh, see, I do sound snarky with my voice. I noticed that like today I was talking to somebody and I'm like, great, thanks. And I'm like, oh, no, I really meant thank you. And I'm like, oh no, but still sounds mean. It's always my voice that goes. I think it's just Mother Nature's way of telling me to shut the hell up. Anyways, hi, and welcome to the Broadway Club podcast. I'm Heather, the one that's not going to die, and that's Amber.
Hey guys.
We've got it. Tonight was supposed to be our show with Diego, our dear friend, the warrior over at 20 Sided Tavern. And somebody else on the cast needed to not be there tonight. So he got pulled in, which is great because he is my favorite freaking person to watch on that show.
The magic of live theater, people.
Dude, but like he's so funny. I'm sitting here and I was like, because the last time I went to the show, I was last time I wasn't the maze. Last time I was the warrior. Where's my warrior one? Anyways, I was very happy. You get those stickers from your playbill. I'm super excited. Oh, also.
And I'm over here like, wait, our show's not more important than an off-Broadway show?
Oh my God, you were not like that at all.
I know.
I was like that with Shelby. I was like, no, I was not like that at all. They're really great partners of ours. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, 20 Sided Tavern is literally Dungeons and Dragons off Broadway. And the theater they're in is gorgeous. I think it's literally one seat off from being a Broadway theater. It's super high tech. It's improv. I cannot wait because I was promised even more cast members Wednesday night. They don't film Wednesday nights, listen to me. They don't film Wednesday nights, but they go live. No, this is what happens when I'm sick. We don't generally do a show on Wednesdays. They don't generally do a show on Wednesdays off Broadway. We're going to do a Wednesday night episode and they're going to join us. So we're super appreciative. We'll talk more about that later. They're going to do some amazing giveaways. I'm super freaking jealous and stoked. Literally, like the last time I was in the city during Broadway Flea, I rushed to the box office. I was waiting for rush tickets thinking it was going to be a giant line, and I was the first one there an hour early. And it's fine. I'm such a nerd. But it's so much fun. And the more I've gone, the more I see people are dressing up. It's really great. So yeah,
speaking of,
yes.
We run the fan group for that.
We do. We run the fan group for that. We run the fan group for freaking everything.
I was going to say, how can they find our fan groups?
Oh, well, they can go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com and scroll through the 70 fan groups that we run. What did we do to ourselves?
I don't know. And if anyone is like, what is she doing right now? I'm sharing this to our fan groups. So that's why you're getting that little bing thing. You're probably like, oh my God.
Oh, I'm not getting anything. Yeah. Well, it's funny because last week somebody did the @everyone tag, which a lot of people usually get upset about because they don't know they can turn it off. And we had people that were commenting days later on our like thread going, I didn't get the notification. I'm so sad.
I didn't get a notification. Yeah, I know.
So, as annoying as it might be for some of you guys who are in multiple ones of our groups, turn off. Just to join us here on Mondays. But we're so happy to be here. We'll probably do a little bit shorter of a show because you clearly hear my voice. I have my green tea elixir here. It's been like Wicked Land. Have you noticed this, Amber?
I hope
everything Wicked the movie, everything. I did watch a funny TikTok yesterday, or this morning. I haven't slept. because I've been dying and surviving. But I feel like I should be part of 6. Survived. Oh, I could pull it off. But yeah, they're like infiltrating literally everything. The TikToker was like, I had to go to the opening night and I ran into Kristen Chenoweth on the street. There's a picture and they're like in a bodega, like for people that are not familiar with what a bodega is, like in New York or California, it's like a gas station convenience store, just on. So super fun. And I'm like, oh, I'm very jealous. And then there was another one talking about like every single thing that Wicked has done. Let me tell you, in the marketing world, somebody is doing a badass job of marketing because everywhere you look, I'm going to start pulling out some Full House quotes.
If you name it, it has been wickified.
Dude, Aldo shoes, cool. Starbucks, clearly. Yesterday, I found almost the entire collection, minus the Glinda.
I know you call me. You were like, "Do you want anything?" I was like,
"Any
no.
of this?" Because it's literally all in front, including the like limited edition gold keychain Wicked card. But they didn't have the Glinda like not a Turvis, but the tumbler, because I would get that one. It literally comes with like her like fairy wand, whatever magic wand as a straw topper. Cool. I realized how much like they're doing progressive commercials like Beetlejuice did. Smart. And then I get an email today. So I love Lush Cosmetics. If you guys, and not sponsored by them, would love to be. They are this all natural, like I think they got started in the UK and Canada. My mom went to Canada for something with my stepdad and then came back and brought me a gift. And I was like, that's cool. And it was my first box of Lush. And they have like reusable bubble bars. You like run it through the bath, or like bubble bombs, like everything bath related. It smells super good. Literally, you can go and eat stuff in the store. I would not, because I don't want to taste soap. But they got really cool stuff, and they've been doing some really cool collaborations. Like they did like Super Mario, like Nintendo stuff. They did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They did Barbie, and now they're doing Wicked. And I was like, oh man, it's just everywhere. So like, kudos to that marketing team, but like enough. Oh, Olivia, you've got a cold too. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, it's a lot. And you know, I had the Alphaba tumbler, the one that's like shifts colors, it's all over spells, in my hand, and I'm like, this is so cool. But what happens if I don't like the movie? So going back to this TikTok that this girl said, see, the short-term memory is starting to kick back in. She's like, oh yeah, oh my god, my mind just went blank. This is so great. This is just
the
so
TikTok.
great.
The TikTok.
No, I know the TikTok, but the alphabet thing brought me back to the thing. This is great, guys. It's fine. You can just listen to me be very dumb. Oh, there we go. I got, look, synapses. The way the doctor told me is like, it's like your streets are flooded off and then like you have to find an alternative route. And I found it. So she was talking about, if you are expecting to go opening weekend of the Wicked movie and you are not a previous theater kid or in the theater now, don't go, because she's like, literally, we have been practicing our entire lives for this moment. And it brings up a point that I want to bring up to our fan club here. How do you feel about people singing along?
Oh, it's a big no.
Yeah. So in the movies, now, correct. But in the movies, sometimes it's a sing-along. So sometimes they do a sing-along, which is totally fine.
If it's marked as sing-along, then fine. But that's different.
Right. So like before Newsies came to Disney Plus years ago, went to go see Newsies in the movie theater, like the Broadway version of it. Everybody was singing, which is fine. But I'm like, I can't imagine going into the Wicked movie. First off, not sure what to expect. I have a certain level of expectations. I hope it works. I'm watching our viewer numbers drop. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. but I want to give it its best fighting chance. I just don't know if it's just too much.
Oh, I'm excited. I'll bring them back up. I'm really excited to see it, and I'm gonna enjoy every darn magical moment of it.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna have a hard time not singing. But I also have a hard time where they stop the show.
Oh,
Right in the
that's
middle,
gonna be
and
tough.
you gotta wait
That's gonna be
another
very hard.
year.
That's gonna be very hard. You're
Like, it
correct
makes
about
sense
that.
with Lord of the Rings. It makes sense with like stuff like that, with the trilogies, with like the like series. But like Wicked,
Mm-hmm.
where are they gonna stop it?
Right.
Where?
Yeah.
Where? But I do know that we've gotten Dancing with Life or Dancing Through Life. Oh my God, listen to my brain, which is my favorite song. Don't ask why. There's so many stories behind it. I know that a key change is different. It's going to be weird to see a Bridgerton do it. Bring it on. But I also shared on our Broadway Fan Club Instagram, a Theaterly had, I don't know if you saw it, Amber, Theaterly had shared the opening performance of Dancing Through Life down the red carpet for the opening night.
Yes, I
And
did
it
see
was
that.
really cool to see everybody in like the Shiz
Mm-hmm.
University outfits. I was excited for it.
It was very cool.
Yeah. What is happening? My phone is exploding. Oh my God. Thank you. Congratulate Marriott congratulates me for always traveling.
Yes. And yes, we do read both comments, our comments on both of the platforms on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. And we got a notification from StreamYard, which is how we utilize the studio, that any Facebook comments are going to come through as Facebook user.
Right.
So
Because there's a glitch on Facebook right now or something.
it's great. It's
Right?
fine. Everything's fine. But we're happy you're here. Yeah, we'll kind of chit chat. We'll hang out tonight. See whatever comes up. We've got some Broadway news, some stuff's going on, including opening night tonight.
Yeah, we have an opening night. We have a closing night last night. We have some stuff all around.
Yeah, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, let's take this thing out, see where we can go with it as I drink my green tea
All right.
at 8:00 a day.
So as we were saying, we did have a closing night last night. Ragtime finished its run, which was limited as most runs at City Center are. But that show, I feel like, left such a big imprint on the Broadway community. Just running at the time that it ran,
Oh yeah,
running at the, just the show itself is such a big, impactful show. So I feel like, mentioning that it closed was very important, and
of
it
course.
played its last show
And everybody
yesterday.
wanted to transfer.
Lots of people there are whispers that it might transfer. So
So I had a dear friend of mine, John Barr, also in the industry. He's also Jersey boy, like good dude. I'll give him a shout out. He does this awesome like vegan vegetarian charcuterie that works with like vegan cheese and stuff. It's incredible, called Journey Across the Board. Check it out. He doesn't even know I'm talking about him right now. It's great, but he's wonderful. And he was at the show and he had great seats. And I was like, okay, how was it? How was it? He's like, it's unreal. As I can't make
unreal.
the transfer. Unreal. That's kind of the answer I've gotten from everybody. And I was like, what do you think about the transfer? He goes, it would be a very pricey transfer. For him to say that,
Right.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Which I know makes you sad because you love ragtime.
I love Ragtime. I'm
You were
so sad I just
you were
didn't have the
singing
time and function and capacity to see it at City Center while it was
I
there.
know we were like punch drunk because we were both so damn tired coming back from Salem last weekend, but you were literally singing ragtime, just blurting it out of your mouth.
I know. It was just like in my mind. I just
Like
could
we got
not
off
get
the
enough.
same platform and she was like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? She's
And
like,
we've got
ragtime.
90 more years to go. I
But
know.
like absolutely nothing that sparks that. It's just that's Amber's brain.
Just out of the blue. Yeah.
But that's also like I had Blue from Heather stuck in my head for like weeks. And now I have Big Fun stuck in my head, which is fine. So right now I just keep hearing, let's have some big fun, fun. So that's what's dancing in my head.
So anyone that went to Encores at City Center and saw Ragtime, just know that I'm forever jealous of you, of the moment that you got to experience, and you got to experience the moment of a lifetime.
All I have to say to you, Amber, is chorus line.
Chorus line. That's it. That's all. That's all she wrote.
To bring our new viewers onto it, chorus line is a new thing that Amber and I have, because when we went to the Museum of Broadway and Amber sent her mom pictures of costumes from Chorus Line, which is Amber's like favorite show of all time, and her mom's, because like, what was the song that was your favorite song when you were little, Amber?
Tits and Ass.
Yeah. So Tits and Ass was her favorite song, which is fine. And how old were you when this was your favorite song?
Probably like 7.
Okay. Very appropriate song. But Amber sends like all these like really good photos. Like there was hardly anybody in the museum because it was Halloween, and which is still so fun. And shout out to our friends at Museum of Broadway. Because I die again. Sorry. Karma. But Amber's sending it, and she texts her mom pictures of like, hey, check out the stuff from Chorus Line. And her mom just responds, Chorus Line.
Chorus Line. I was just like, thank you. That's exactly what this is. That's what I said. But just like, not as not as eloquently, I guess.
Thank you, Mom. Yes, Chorus Line, correct.
Chorus Line.
Anything else?
Okay. Ridiculous.
I got a very nice compliment from one of our viewers last week after the show. They sent me a message, and I keep forgetting to tell you, but I'll tell you on air. I was told that our energy is contagious. I love that, and I feel like I'm not energetic right now, but like I love it. Like I cannot imagine doing the show with anybody else. Can you believe it's our 28th episode?
I know, that's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
That's nuts. We've been doing this for a while,
and that doesn't even include like our special shows, like our
like our side episodes, right?
Which is insane. True. We're gonna start putting them on to like once we hit 30.
Yeah,
which would be 2 weeks. Then we're gonna put everything onto all the things, and then you can listen to us anytime, and people
anywhere, any place.
Yes, even in outer space. I don't know. That's a lie. So that'll be November 25th. So Thanksgiving, we can give thanks by providing our voices to you. I'm not even on like any kind of medication. It's just my brain. I was in my hometown this past weekend. My mom and I went down. Went to go visit my buddy Bill Slevin, who's a world-renowned paranormal investigator. He and his wife Vivian are some of the most genuine people you'll ever meet. And like when Amber and I were heading to Salem, I literally picked up the phone and called Bill Slevin and Mark Muncy. Not name dropping, but definitely name dropping, because I'm like, hi, you guys are world-renowned investigators and know all the things, and we're friends. Can you tell me what I should avoid in Salem? So we did. And it was great. But went down, got to spend some time, hung out with my mom, we're at the beach. Last night, went to some of her favorite places, which was nice. But it's always weird because they always said you can't go home again. And it felt so oppressive. It was very strange. I grew up in a little town called Coral Springs in South Florida by Boca and Parkland. Yes, that Parkland. I'm also planning my high school's 25th high school reunion next year. Yay, I'm old. But it was just weird. Like, I couldn't remember. Like, I had no idea where we were. And my mom's like, how do you not know where you are? And I'm like, I was 17 when I went to college. So I drove for a year by myself. We didn't use GPS and stuff by then. We used MapQuest, if we even had that, or like paper maps, or like we drove to school, to the mall, to the beach, and we were home.
Right.
But she's like, how do you not know where you're going? And I'm like, I don't know. So that was fun. But then randomly, we'd be like on a random side street. And I'm like, oh, wait, Jackson's ice cream is over here. How my brain remembered that. I honestly, and this is going to sound very stupid, which is fine. But with the concussion, as I'm starting to come through the concussion, my short-term memory is returning, but I'm still getting a lot of really random, like deeply embedded memories. So it's kind of cool. It's like, Heather, this is your life. Thank you.
Interesting.
I wish I had, this sounds so bad, Savant. I don't know if you heard of like the Savant, like I can't, there's like a terminology they use for it. Pretty much somebody that has a severe head injury, or trauma to the head. Like this one guy woke up and asked for a Rubik's Cube and just started solving it. Had never touched one before.
Yeah.
There's people that like wake up out of comas and stuff and speak other languages. Like I would hate to go through that. I'm not wishing that upon anybody, but I'm like, cool. I kind of got like a little bit of a superpower. I'm okay with that.
Right.
It's my vampire power. It's fine.
I mean, I feel the same way. I totally get it.
Yeah. It's been interesting. It's been a weird week, and I think everyone's kind of feeling that. Amber, you're definitely feeling that too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
been a weird week.
Amber had her foster puppy. Where is she? That annoying pain in the butt, sleeping. My little Sky knows she can't hear me. But yeah, Amber has had this really adorable foster pup for a while, who's like Amber's child. And they had an adoption, and the adoption didn't go through. She had to go pick her back up today. But it's just kind of like, I don't know.
The adoption did go through.
Oh, it went through, but then
they returned her.
That sounds worse than the adoption didn't go through, but I get it. Yeah, it just sounds worse.
It just wasn't. It wasn't the right fit for their other dog.
Yeah. And we love our animals. And we are working on we have it in the works, start providing you guys some cool stuff from the Broadway pup. So I'm excited. That's Ariel Jacobs' company, who is Jasmine, not opposite her brother, Adam Jacobs. Weird, but lovely siblings. Not them weird, just weird situation. Can you imagine? I'm rambling. This is great. Adam played Aladdin. He was opening cast of Aladdin. And went on and whatever. And then Ariel came in as Jasmine, but did not play Jasmine opposite her brother as Aladdin. That would have been weird.
That would have been weird. But too weird.
Lovely individuals. Adam was just in Tommy, so it's great. It's good to see him again. Yeah, it's just been, I think it's been a weird week. Obviously, there's been some stuff happening in the last week or so that people are just feisty.
Yeah.
Right? Is that a good word for it? Feisty?
Yeah.
Like I'm giving you all these like personal stories to help build up to some of our news here. So Mom and I were at the beach last night, walking on a pedestrian walkway. Like it's literally closed off. It's like how Times Square is, but it's called Lauderdale by the Sea. And it was closed off. No cars are coming or going. And there's like a group of 8. There's an SUV that stops to go around the turn, like right before it. And there's like a group of 8 people that are walking. And behind him, this guy's like, meh, 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 like on his horn. Listen to my voice. On his horn, just honking his horn. And it's like really rude. And then we try to go through, and the guy is just rolling his window down, like shouting at us, telling us we're dumb, blah, blah, blahs. And I'll just say blah, blah, blah to spare the ratings. And then he was like, you should walk on the sidewalk. It's safer. And I'm like, the whole thing's a sidewalk, dude. And then he like zips around in his little car, and he gets out carrying a beer. He's chugging beer. Like, it's a fucked up world right now. I mean, there goes our ratings for the show. It's a fucked up world right now, guys. And that's okay. I think we just have to be, Melly, you're going to be on the cruise, right? We got to talk about the cruise, Melly. Melly, say yes. Say yes. We're going to try to get Amber on the cruise. Also, I have to ship out your cups. I haven't done yet. I love you. It's going to be that thing. So, yeah, it's been like a really weird thing. I've just noticed people have zero chill. People are like so quick to jump to the gun. People are kind of just extra feisty, and that's okay. You can totally be extra sensitive. You can totally be whatever. A lot of the Reddit posts are like people just acting out in the middle of theaters. Like 100%. Somebody was talking about The Notebook, even though, I had an issue a couple of months ago there. They were having the same issues, and they have the same issues with the house manager, which makes me very sad. Other people are talking about people just bursting out into song during shows like Softs or Sunset Boulevard. Like people are just, I think they're just kind of in their own spot. I was at the casino. Amber got the whole earful of it yesterday. And this lady and her mother sat on either side of me, and I'm stuck in a machine that's not working, and I'm trying to get it to work so that I can move over, so that they can sit next to each other, because that's what they're there for. And this lady like cuts in front of me with her arm and just, what are you doing, Amber?
Looking at my nails.
Oh, okay. Amber just like looks down, and I'm like, hello, are you awake? But she like grazes across my chest. And Ellie, I'm so sorry, I love you. But she like grazes across my chest, like very much like, not, you can't see it for a reason. Um, and I was like, oh, like, and her and her mom both did it so that they can pass a $20 bill right in front of me. And I'm like, hello, personal space?
Weird.
Hello? It was just really uncomfortable. And the lady just started, like, older lady just started going off on me. Her mother, who's like an elderly woman, is apologizing on her behalf. Somebody called security. I mean, it was so bad. So bad. And I think I'm always just going to say, practice being kind.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to be kind. If it's somebody you're not going to get along with, just ignore them. But you also have the right to stand up for yourself. And I think there's some Broadway news that kind of fits into that pocket a little bit. And reading through our notes, I can see Olivia's like, what's going on with Nicole? Yes, we're going to talk about that. Someone's rude at Cabaret. I'm so sorry. Melly, I love you. Yes, it's okay. Oh, here. Yeah, Olivia, at Cabaret, someone shoved a camera up my face during the show, so that person got kicked out. Cool. Yeah, we talked about that when I was there before. Oh, Amelia, too. I had a problem like that at Cabaret, like rude behavior. When he wasn't asleep snoring, he was singing along. Tried hard to be immersed in experience, but very hard to ignore. Amelia, I'm sorry to hear that. I had a Cabaret. I found ushers because people were recording on their phones. Big no-no. Big
That happened to me at Sweeney Todd too.
Yeah. Well, Cabaret, I think I told you, because of the way the theater design is, there's freaking cameras everywhere. They were literally, I was watching as people were returning to their seats after intermission, picking them out and be like, you recorded on your phone? Bye. And it was like, holy cow. My goodness. My goodness.
I won the lottery for Sweeney Todd, so I was right in the front row.
Oh, wow.
So I had that Joe Locke seat where they did Not While I'm Around. So, the seat where the girls always try to get Joe. And so I had a girl that was a couple seats away from me trying to get Joe. And I was like looking around for the usher, being like, hello, is anybody going to get this girl?
I had that at Phantom. One of my last times seeing Phantom, I paid a lot of money for a center orc seat at Phantom. And this woman, not even on her phone, guys, on her freaking tablet, the whole boat scene. And I was like, tap, 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 excuse me, ma'am. Tap, 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 tap. Ma'am, can you, on full brightness. Oh my God. And then you remember what happened at Moulin Rouge a couple months ago.
Right.
Moulin Rouge, guy was like making out with his wife and kept groping me. It was so bad. Olivia, at Chicago, the person next to me refused to move for me when I asked them politely if they can get for me to pass to use the bathroom during intermission. You climbed over her. I love it. People suck.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be kind to those people. I just think it's like, to me, kill them with kindness can be done. If you're cursing me out, and I'd be like, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Because it pisses them off more. And now, especially with this weird laryngitis thing I've got, like, if somebody's screaming at my face, I'm going to whisper, because I learned that pisses them off more too. But let's get back to our Broadway news. I'm sorry I went on a tangent of complaining, but I think it kind of prefaces us for getting into some of the deeper, more serious.
Well, I guess you're just going to make me go out of order.
That's fine.
As
Heather was saying, out of order. This whole court is okay.
As Heather was saying, there was some controversy starring our star of Sunset Boulevard, Nicole Scherzinger. She was the center of what I would call a social media
scandal.
Frenzy, scandal.
Okay, I like frenzy. So for those of you living under a rock, which is okay. Broadway rocks are different. It's totally fine. We've had a very busy week for these people. Essentially, Nicole Scherzinger's account made a couple of comments or likes or things onto certain, and I'll keep it as Switzerland as possible, made comments on certain people's accounts that were not hateful. They were like, oh, cool, where can I get that hat? Which is not the kind of hat you're thinking of. Looked like it, but it was not. And tell me if I'm incorrect with me. And liked a couple of things. And people kind of just jumped to the gun of assuming that she did something that she did not do. And very reliable sources can tell us that. When you think about it, 50%, more than that, of Nicole Scherzinger's fans are part of the LGBTQ community because of the Pussycat Dolls. And then some. But a lot of people accused her of doing something and started to try to blacklist the show. Would call up or go to the box office and make comments. For a couple of days, a lot of the third-party sales apps, that's a word, were that Sunset Boulevard was blowing it up. And I think they did. And you know what, Olivia, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to put this on our screen. Olivia says it really well. I think people were so quick to jump down her throat when we don't know for sure. So for me, I can't judge her without facts. I agree. And she did come out and she made a statement of sorts. Amber?
Yes.
Do you have?
I do.
I'm bringing you back into the conversation.
She said, I deeply apologize for the hurt caused by my recent engagement with some social media posts. When I commented on these posts, I made the mistake of not realizing that they could be easily interpreted as being politically related, and I apologize to anyone who understandably reached that conclusion. Many presumptions are being drawn which do not reflect who I am, what I stand for, or who I voted for. Many of the marginalized communities feeling hurt and concerned by the results of the presidential election are people I care about most. I stand with them as I always have throughout my life and career. If you know me, you know that.
Right. So, and to answer Melia's question, was it slander type comments towards LGBTQ plus? No, but indirectly, some people took it that way. I will message you outside of the show so I can kind of fill you in because I know you don't live in the US. So we'll get you all squared away with that. I think it was right for her to come forward. It's got to be a PR nightmare. Like, that's a PR nightmare of you have a group of people in an industry that's primarily a group of people. I'm just gonna come out and say it. You got a group of people that are primarily Democrats and very blue, and you also have Republicans, and that's okay. Look, we told you guys when you were voting, it doesn't matter. Go vote for a piece of toast. Go out and vote. Exercise your right to vote. We're never going to judge you. We're Switzerland.
And I have to tell you, I worked the counting ballots. That was my job. So I literally had to count write-in ballots. And some people very much did vote for a piece of toast. We had votes for Strawberry Shortcake, Superman, Mickey Mouse. We had votes.
My dad voted for himself. My dad voted for
someone I went to high school with. The girl was like, I need to Google if this is a real person that can be voted for. And I was like, that's someone I went to high school with. They cannot be voted for. You can put that in the not a real person file. Ridiculous. We had some ridiculous people that got voted for.
You did not tell me this. You saved the good stuff for tonight.
I did. I was saving it for the air.
So that's so funny. Funny, but also, like, if you're gonna spend all that time like going to vote, like, do something.
One person had a blank ballot. They stood in line for like 2 hours and had it. a completely blank ballot. Make it make sense.
Yeah, we can't. And that's the thing. But also, we don't know what was going through their minds. Did they have to leave early? Was there something going on? So it's kind of like don't jump to conclusions. Thank you, Olivia, for that one. I think it was right for her to come out and do something because the primary fans of her are blue. But there's also red. Like she's kind of she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I'm like, go easy on her. Also, don't punish a show because of what you think one person did or said. If that was the case, research the outsiders.
And I feel like...
And for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, Google it.
I feel like in the same regard, people that are involved with the show are going to be people that have voted in all different ways.
Right.
People that are involved with the production of the show are going to be...
I mean, they could have all voted for
people that have voted in all different ways. Right. Unfortunately, there's unfortunately no control over that aspect of everyone's lives.
Right. And it's, to me, like I was always told, you never talk politics or religion.
However, I do understand that people want to spend their money where they would like to spend their money.
Sure.
And I do not have a problem with people wanting to spend their money and putting it towards wanting, like I've heard several people say they would rather spend it on a Mandy night, which is still supporting the show because they still want to support the show.
Well, right. But a lot of it was a lot of people were coming out and saying, don't see the show. And I don't agree with that.
But a lot of people, I haven't seen a lot of people say that. I've seen more people say still support the show, which I think is an important thing to know.
Good. Okay, so you and I saw very different things because I saw it on Reddit. But that's good to know. Like, we're seeing a lot, and that's important.
Right.
But look, this is, and I appreciate Melly says, love this. We don't mind talking about the hard stuff, guys. Like, we're here to voice your concerns, your opinions, our concerns and our opinions. We always have to kind of keep it pretty neutral. We're always going to give you both sides of everything. Like, we're not going to favor one over the other to you as our listeners and as our members. Like, that's not fair to take a side or not take a side. And, there are a lot of people that would. We just want to, just the facts. That's what we always try to strive for. So the facts were, Nicole made a comment of where Russell Brand got a hat from. The hat happened to look like a Make America Great Again hat, but it said Make Christ First Again. Nicole is a very strongly Christ lover. It's part of her MO. She or somebody on her, look, guys, big celebrities like Nicole Scherzinger have a camp. They have social media teams.
Right.
We don't know who posted it. We don't know if it was a scam. We don't know if it was a hack. We have no idea. It was done. Everything's been removed. She might not have seen it. I think in her apology, she was kind of like, I didn't even realize it was a thing. My bad. These people are kept very much out of a lot of stuff that we see on a daily basis. These guys, and I can speak from having friends at that level, I'm sure Amber can too, they're not just sitting at home doom scrolling for hours. They got a lot of stuff on their plate. And they have to stay off of a lot of stuff. So that's why we're here to kind of talk it and make sure that everybody just is like, look, it's cool. It's not cool. Like, let's just give you the facts.
Right.
So, all right, moving on. What's our next topic?
Up?
We're going to have a whole show tonight. Check us out.
I know, right? Actually, I only have a couple more things. The Louis Armstrong biomusical, A Wonderful World. I know. Opens on Broadway tonight. That's open.
Congratulations.
So congratulations to them. They had their official opening night tonight. We also have a birthday in the house.
Oh.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Happy 100th birthday to the L. Hirschfield Theater.
Okay. You're a
Happy
dork.
Birthday to you.
You're ridiculous, and you're breaking up on my side, which is even funnier. But you know what? I'll give a shout out for yesterday being the 100th show for the Hamilton tour going on right now. That's right in Philly. Because Justin posted it.
There we go.
100 shows.
Whoop,
whoop. I can't get up that high.
In the house.
I sound like a boy going through puberty.
We had lots of new peaks this week. So make sure you're in our groups, which is in the link that Heather posted before. We had peaks of Elf. We had peaks of Smash. We had peaks of Moulin Rouge.
I hope everybody knows what a peak is.
It's, in these, there's different types because it could be photos, it could be sound, music, it could be a little video.
It's a sneak peek of something. It could be
a little media
that could be used for a costume, but it's awesome. And they're building up. This season, dude, is just getting started. It's already been insane. Yeah. Like Sunset Boulevard hit the top 5 as far as revenue this
right. Week. Yeah, I saw that. I think it was number 3.
I don't know. Let me see.
Numero tres.
Stand by. I'll tell you in a moment.
But yeah, we had Gypsy and Maybe Happy Ending. So all of these, there was a new video, there was a new picture, there was a new sound clip, something like that dropped. So make sure you're in our group so you can always see the latest that gets released because we always try to share those.
Yeah. And if there's something you want us to keep our eye on, we will.
We also had an understudy alert. We have Hannah Solo going on for Mary Todd Lincoln in Cola Scola's Mary, Oh Mary. She will be playing the leading lady today, tomorrow, and the 13th. So congratulations to her. Woo. We, last but certainly not least, we have some Gatsby news.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Our good friends over at Gatsby will be making their way across the pond, making their West End debut at the London Coliseum.
That's amazing. I love it. A lot of people are being like, oh, is that why Jeremy is leaving? No. That's not. That's not why. No, it's not.
No. Previews will be beginning on April 11th, and their official opening will be April 24th. So for our friends across the pond, get your tickets now.
Yes, and Olivia just took my news. I love it. Joe DePaul is coming back to Water for Elephants.
Yep.
So
very exciting.
Philippe, we love you, but Joe DePaul,
I will miss Philippe so much. He is so French.
I really honestly think so. Our dear friends over at Water for Elephants sent us a message, and they were like, hey, I know a lot of our fans are getting it, but like they want us to do one from the club, which is very sweet of them to offer, of like a farewell to the cast. And I'm like, oh, Amber should totally do her Philippe accent.
I love Philippe. He is my favorite. He is my favorite person.
Like, I know that you guys think that Amber is the quiet one, but she's like this all the time. It's the best ever.
It's true.
It's so great. I freaking love it so much. Melly, what did you say? Yes, keep me posted announcements from D23 if you know any news coming from The Greatest Showman. Oh, Melly, I will, because you know I'm a Disney girl, and I am constantly. Oh, you know what? What I do have, Melly, you bring up a good point. I do have, which we've shown on the show before, maybe it's the official pro shot recording of the D23 presentation of The Greatest Showman. We've shown it before, and I will send it over.
True, it's a couple episodes back.
Amber, you killed Melly.
Good. Oh, I'm glad.
I don't want her to die. Melly, no dying. That means you can't go on the cruise. Speaking of the cruise, so for those of you who are never tuning in or seeing any of my posts or hearing anything about me talking about the damn Broadway cruise, not the damn Broadway cruise, it's literally the Broadway cruise. I'm obsessed. And I'm going to pop up the promo code that you guys have for $100 off your booking. Enter promo code 2BFC, big freaking coupon. Broadway fan club. I like that one better. Don't know why that never came to my brain until just now. I don't know. I'm just here. But they just announced the 2 theme nights for our cruise. So last year, or this past sailing in March, what do we have? We had red carpet, which is when I did my female phantom in my ball gown and corset, and Cheyenne Jackson and his husband stopped me to obsess, and I was like, dying. What else do we have? We had pajama party night, which was so much fun because I wore my Shiz University and I wore like Shiz colors and I was such a nerd, and I'm probably going to wear that to go see Wicked. What else did we have? That. I can't remember because I'm totally stuck in the new ones now. So the new theme nights. So this cruise runs March 31st through April 4th. Look at me knowing the dates. It's a Monday through Friday cruise out of Miami on the Norwegian Pearl. And it's a charter. So it's just the Broadway cruise. And I'm hoping that we can get a Broadway fan club unofficial or official meetup on the cruise, because why not travel with friends and people that like stuff? So the 2 themes I'm so excited about. And Amber and I were laughing about this pre-show. So one is high school reunion. I have to read. Can I read the description, Amber?
Absolutely.
So my lovely friend Sebastian forwarded me the descriptions because somehow I missed the email. I'm like, how did I do this? So there's 2 different ones. So there is I'm going to read all of it. So there's high school reunion, and it says, step back in time and relive the magic of high school. I didn't have magic, but I'll make some. This nostalgic evening is inspired by iconic Broadway musicals set in the halls of high schools, from Grease and West Side Story to Dear Evan Hansen and beyond. Whether you're channeling your inner Rizzo or Regina, come dressed as your favorite character or don an old Letterman jacket. Get ready to sing along and create new memories as we celebrate the highs and lows of teenage life on Broadway. And I was like, so pretty much everybody is going to do Grease. Amber and I both were like, hello, Heathers.
Right.
A group of older women did Heathers last year, and they looked amazing. And I'm like, okay, so like West Side Story, whatever. Yeah. Should I announce what I'm going to do, or should I make them guess? Or should we just keep the suspense going until I start building?
I feel like you should keep the suspense going.
I'm going to keep the suspense. How about this? If somebody can guess, and in the chat, if somebody can guess what I'm going to do, I will personally send you a Broadway fan club merch item. And it's not basic. Thanks, Melly, with Mean Girls. Basic. Not basic. Love the show. You're talking to the Heather of Heathers. But when I came up with this idea, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be going crazy. The next one for the next theme is Broadway Divas. Get ready to sparkle and shine. It's me. During our Broadway Divas theme night, where the spotlight is on the kings and queens of the stage, inspired by the glitz and glamour of Broadway's biggest stars and the fabulous designs of Bob Mackie. This evening is all about embracing your inner diva. Everybody. Always do that. Join us for a dazzling costume soiree where you can showcase your most extravagant attire. Glitter, check. Feathers, check. And sequins, check, 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 are highly encouraged. It's like they wrote this for me. Let your imagination run wild as we celebrate the bold, the beautiful, and the utterly fabulous. It's like they wrote it about me. It's great.
It's so funny.
Guys, I was so obsessed with the idea that came into my head that I was playing with an AI designer at like 4:30 this morning, coming up with concepts for it. And I'm going to make it happen. And the only person, there's 2 people that know what I'm going to do, and it's Sebastian and it's Amber. So I'm not going to tell you that either. But to tell you what else they're doing, this is going to be really cool. Hey, Amber, have you ever heard of this girl, Eva Noblezada?
I've heard of her once or twice.
I love her. She's amazing. Just kidding. I really do love her. 2-time Tony Award nominee and Grammy winner, also Reeve Carney's girlfriend, amazing couple. Get your jazz hands ready and join us for our Broadway dance party. Now, they did these a couple of nights on the ship, but nothing was like an official event. The fabulous Eva Noblezada, Tony-nominated star of Hadestown, yes, that Eva Noblezada, and Miss Saigon, amazing, and current star of The Great Gatsby, you know, the giant show starring Jeremy Jordan as well, will be your host for an unforgettable night of music, dancing, and Broadway magic. Kick off your Sunday shoes and let loose to Broadway's. Sky is really excited about Eva Noblezada. But kick off your Sunday shoes and let loose to Broadway's most beloved tracks, from classic showstoppers to modern hits. Dance the night away in the Broadway fashion. Grab your friends, hit the dance floor, and make long-lasting memories. Guys, every single night of the cruise this past year, we all got together. It was like the Broadway rave, but like our own, which I think is better. I love the Broadway rave, but like when I get to choose all the songs, hello. But everyone, like there were a couple people dressed like Evan Hansen, like with the cast and everything. And they started making circles. And then there was a sweet daughter and her father, and she was on the spectrum. Very sweet, very nervous. But everyone, I'm getting chills talking about it. Everyone built her up, and she just did like her thing and like danced. Her and her dad danced, and it made me absolutely cry. It was so sweet. And even like the little kids, like 13 and under, they were really well behaved. They were all theater kids. It was fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. And then, yes, as Melly says, I'm stoked for Anthony Rapp and Adam Pascal. And Melly, I'm going to tell you, their cabaret that they've done at like Studio 54 and below Studio 54. Yeah, they're going to do that on the ship. I'm so damn excited. And don't forget, there's Corey Cott and Corey Cott's arms. Amber, get off of mute. Get off of mute. Do it.
The dog was barking.
I know, but Corey Cott, his arms. Shoshana Bean, Casey Levy. That's fine. See, she's going to enhance everything. Wayne Brady, Bob freaking Mackey. We can't say it, just Bob Mackey. Who else am I forgetting?
Wayne Brady. Did you say him?
Got Wayne. There's a lot, guys. There's an absolute, and then Adam Pascal, Anthony Rapp. But yes, please, they even say on the bottom of this email, know someone who needs to experience the Broadway cruise? Yeah, I know about 500,000 people in 70 groups. Use the referral program. So this 2BFC Broadway Fan Club. Why did I never think of that?
I never was going to say it, but.
Lies. Big freaking coupon. So much better.
No, he's going into drag.
Thank you. Yes. Adam Pascal is going into Drag the Musical December 9th, right after Joey McIntyre.
I believe it's the 11th.
Okay.
Joey's last performance is the 9th, and then he starts the 11th, something like that. Yeah.
Something around my birthday.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. And then it's also Follies Week, which I'm excited about, which is December 9th and 10th. We'll talk much more about that with our friends on Broadway Cares. And then Adam is literally in Drag the Musical until the day before the cruise.
Right.
Which is fantastic. So yes, guys, please go check it out. www.thebroadwaycruise.com. Promo code or refer code 2 Broadway B Fan FC Club. My brain, I have no idea. Cheyenne, oh my God, it's been a hot minute. Hi, fellow theater nerds. Cheyenne, you're back.
Cheyenne, when we were running through Times Square in our ball gowns, we were like, this is for Cheyenne.
Yes. Oh my God.
Know that we did that for you.
We did that for you. And then we're also like, as we're like scooping up our dresses and like holding them to our bodies, looking like weird, crazy vampire bats, we're like, whose idea was this? And we're like, it was Cheyenne's.
Cheyenne!
Love her. It was fantastic. So, yes, Cheyenne, you hopefully you saw those photos. So we love it. Also, guys, so look, we did a whole show. Wednesday, don't forget, we have a very special edition of the Broadway Fan Club podcast. We're going to have our friends from 20 Sided Tavern, the Dungeons and Dragons off-Broadway show, joining us at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Super excited about that. They are going to be doing some giveaways. You must be present to win.
6 p.m.?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it was
6 p.m. would have... Stand by.
Because I thought I had to get out of work promptly.
It might be. I'm going to 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's literally what I told Diego, and I told you the wrong information. 6 p.m. Eastern time.
I was like, I have to get out of work very early.
I have a concussion and I'm sick. What do you want from me? Yes, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 7 o'clock. Amber has to kind of get out of work early, and we're only doing it that early because Diego, the warrior, has a previous engagement at 7:30, so I want to give him time to be able to do that. So super excited, especially with their giveaways. We freaking love this show.
Yes.
And I will post all of my photos that I can and videos. Guys, in the show, they actually encourage you to take photos and videos and share them. So look them up if you can, and I'll show you my own, and I'll embarrass the hell out of some of the cast members because they're just amazing and so much fun. And you actually play along on your phone. Like, you make decisions. It's so cool. I'm reading through this. Cheyenne, ha to all you that change your clocks and figure it out. Oh my God, Cheyenne, so mean.
The website is actually like that as well. Like, I was playing around on their website last night, and like, if you go to buy tickets, it's like, oh, do I want to choose where I'm going to sit, or do I want the dice to choose where I'm going to sit for me?
And I'm going to tell you, there is not a bad seat in that house. It's kind of like if you ever go to like one of the really big movie theaters. Everything is staggered. It's nice and lifted. It's super high tech. It's really cool. They have the Wi-Fi so you can play. And I'm going to give you guys the trick. If you go to the show, there's a photo op with a giant D20. So that's a 20-sided dice, hence 20-sided tavern. And it's made out of leather. And there's a mimic box like in the photo op right by the bar. You can't miss it. It's literally everything's upstairs. There's escalators to get upstairs. So it's great. It's very accessible, friendly. There is a mimic box. For those who don't know what a mimic box is, it's literally a treasure chest that like has eyes and very sharp teeth. That's the best way I'm going to explain it to you. But if you stick your hand into the mimic box and brave the mimic, you might be able to pull out a really cool die, like a dice item. They have them in there, and it's really fun. You do not need to know how to play Dungeons and Dragons, which is D&D, to enjoy the show. And people are dressing like in full Ren Fair garb, or just in jeans. There's kids, there's older people. It's so cool. I cannot wait because Amber hasn't really had the joy of talking to these guys yet. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun on Wednesday. We're going to have a really good time. Cheyenne and Melanie are like best friends now. This is fantastic. I love it. So make sure you join us. If you want to check out what groups we are currently operating and going crazy in the best way possible, could not do this with anybody besides Amber because I would probably murder somebody. Amber is amazing. I love you so much. Go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. Also, keep an eye on our page. We are going to be making our winners announcement for our voting selfies. Don't forget there are 5 winners that are going to win something from Broadway Votes and the Broadway Fan Club. Super excited about that. So keep an eye on that. I think I'm done rambling. Is there anything that I forgot?
Nope, not that I can think of. I think I got to take this dog outside.
Do you have your bracelets in front of you?
Do I have my bracelets in front of me?
So I'm going to tell everybody this fun little secret, this cute little table that you guys can't see that's in front of Amber right now. It's her crafting area too, and it lifts up. It's filled with beads, and then across the way is beads. It's like beads everywhere. You can hear it shaking like maracas. Guys, please check out our Etsy shop.
Is that all beads?
What?
I said, oops, all beads.
Oopsie. Go check out the BroadwayFanClub.etsy.com. We have some really cool bracelets coming up. We're going to start making some for the new shows that are opening. Don't forget that we can make customs. So if you need something for a birthday party, bachelorette party, bachelor party, girls' weekend, guys' weekend, cast parties, I don't know.
Closing, show closing, show opening gifts.
Inside jokes, like probably Amber and I are probably going to make chorus line. Why not?
Right.
It's just going to be a reminder every time. Multiple sizes. They're $10 a pop. Super easy. Every penny that you guys pay us, which is not very much, will go to supporting us here and helping us pay for our expenses.
Unless it is a Broadway Cares bracelet.
Correct. You took the words out of my mouth. We are the only official Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS bracelet dealers. I'm so excited about that partnership. For every single Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS bracelet that you purchase, we donate $1 to the organization, which helps take care of our fellows in our communities. There's some really cool breakdowns. We'll go over that when we go over the follies. It is Red Bucket season. If you are going to a show, make sure that you bring some money, because there's some really cool stuff. It's usually like signed posters, signed playbills. Yes. Sweeney Todd, like I talked about last week, like had Erin's bloody tank top, and like buttons that the cast made, like Hot Toddy, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Sometimes they do just like random stuff. Wayne Brady was auctioning off, when he was doing Kinky Boots, was auctioning off words to do a hip hop rhyme with. It was fantastic. So, oh my God, we have created a monster between Cheyenne.
I know. I was like, one singular sensation.
With a freaking crock. I love you so
much. I didn't have anything else to use as a hat.
Wait, I have a bat. I can't make this up. I have a bat and I have a hat. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Okay. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening to my vocal changes. Changes.
We'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget, when Broadway is dark, we keep the ghost light burning. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
See you never. No, just kidding. See you Wednesday.
See you in 2 days.
See you in 2 days. Not see you next week.